it's still soaking in, you know what I mean? I'm finally a world champion, you know. A lot of hard work, you know, it was a long camp, 11 weeks, you know, so that was a lot of, you know, pent up frustration and anger, and I had bad intentions on all the punches I was throwing. Unfortunately, you know, it ended the way it did, but, you know, he was a warrior, he's a good fighter. I hope he's okay, something like that, and he can continue with his career. And, yeah,
Charles? Were you expecting a fight of such frustrating proportions? It seemed like Glazkov was just frustrated, trying to reach you and just did himself in.
Well, I knew he was 20 pounds lighter than me, so I wasn't looking to throw. You know, I couldn't throw a three-piece combination or anything more than that, you know, because he wouldn't be there to get hit with it. You know, so I'm more of a calculated fighter, and I won't throw it unless, you know, I'm going to land it. So I knew I had to wait until, you know, he slowed down, you know, because we train to get stronger as the fighters get slower. You know, they show weakness and fatigue in the ring. That's when we capitalize on those signs.
It looked at some point like you were just waiting for something to happen. Can you explain to me that period during the 3 rounds when you were just waiting for something to happen and it just didn't?
Yeah, you know, I'm a patient fighter, you know, and I know we had 12 rounds to go, and I was going to catch up to him eventually. You know, I knew he couldn't get in and do what he wanted to do because, you know, I kept my distance, but yeah, we were going to catch up eventually.
Please raise your hand for a microphone.
Charles, Chris Connor here, Cyberstation Radio in Boston. I got a question for you and also a question for Leon. I'll start Leon. You've had guys come close to getting a world title. I know that you represented a guy now over a top rank who had a title. How big is it for you having a piece of a heavyweight title, knowing this is your guy? You've developed him and you've molded him.
Well, I told my partner Louis and my partner Dominic when I came home from New York last May or June, when I met Charles and we made a deal to work together, that Louis, we just signed the next heavyweight champion in the world. I was that confident. Did I expect it to happen this quick? Did I expect Tyson Fury to beat Klitschko and the title get vacated? No. But I expected him to win the heavyweight title. I've had a piece of a heavyweight champion before, Sultan Ibragimov, and there's nothing better than being involved with the heavyweights because that usually drives the train. And it did for many years in the U.S. with Ali and Frazier and all the great American heavyweights. Well, they're back. You got 2 of the 4 belts down here. And this guy's the real deal. He's better than all of them. And he's going to beat all of them at some point.
Over here.
Thank you. Charles, do you see this as a mixed blessing? Obviously, it's a big victory of being heavyweight champion of the world, one of the heavyweight title holders, but at the same time, this was a grand spotlight being on this card, and you didn't necessarily get a chance to show what you think you're capable of because of what happened with Glazkov.
Yeah, definitely. I got a lot to show, you know. I just wanted to display what we've been working on for so long, you know. Unfortunately, it ended the way it did. But, you know, I'll be back soon.
Quick question for Charles, and maybe his management might want to answer this, but congratulations. And if you were in control of your own destiny, what would be next for you?
Unified all the belts. I want to fight Tyson Fury. I want to fight Deontay Wilder. I want everything. I want all the hardware. Starting with this IBF right here.
In any particular order?
Well, Tyson Fury has more belts, so we'll take that first then.
Tyson's busy with Klitschko, obviously, so I think people would want to see the first step, which would naturally be Charles and Deontay. I think that's a fight that a lot of people would want to see.
As long as the fans want it, I'm with it.
Yeah. Two big, strong American heavyweights that can punch like that. Lights out. And he's a better one.
Charles and company. Hey Charles, congratulations, congrats guys. So Fury and Klitschko probably fight May or June, so you could get in a fight before that. So what would maybe be likely a defense against someone that maybe we don't know? Or what do you guys think for next? Because Fury wouldn't be available next.
That's too early, you know, to discuss. He just won the heavyweight championship. I think that's
Champion
something.
for an hour. We could have celebrated.
But certainly, unification is very high on the priority list.
Next question.
One short question for Charles, just following up on what you said before. You had an 11-week camp, which most certainly bared heavy on you. Do you think you might have overtrained for this fight a little bit?
Honestly, I don't know. At times I felt that way. You know, I felt like, you know, I'm peaking and you know, we're still going. You know, it seemed like forever because, you know, we were going to fight Dominic Brazil and then, you know, we pulled out the fight for this world title. So
By the way, he wanted
it was
to
all
do both.
combined. Yeah.
He fought with us. Can't I do both?
I'm going to show the world, you know, I got that fight. I got that fighter's heart, man. I'm a complete fighter, man. You know, you got to handle all fights differently. You know what I mean? Like some guys you want to, you know, do different things to. But I just can't wait to get back in there, man.
Congratulations, Charles.
Thank you.
What was your reaction to the crowd's negative reaction after you've seen the take responsibility for him tearing his ACL and you had about 10,000 people booing you?
Oh, I didn't
hear that.
Yeah, I didn't even, I knew I didn't do like hit him. I knew I didn't. You know, something happened. You know, he tore his ACL. But you know, he didn't have a punch. You know, he was going to my body and stuff like that. You know, I didn't. He just didn't have enough power. You know, so I was gonna catch up with him eventually. You know, I'm patient. I'm a patient fighter. You can watch in all my previous fights. You know, I'm very patient, and I did not take credit for the ACL tear. No. I knew I didn't hit him. That's why I was confused. I'm like, what just happened? I didn't even know what happened when it happened, but you know.
Charles, with everything that's gone on in St. Louis, with Ferguson, the Rams leaving, the political turmoil, how big does it feel for you being the one shining moment now? You're the role model. You're the guy that people look up to now. How big is it for you being now a face for hope down there?
Yeah, it's a good thing. Honestly, I haven't been back home, you know, in like so long. Like since I left when I was like 12 years old.
Still the face though.
But yeah, that's pretty good. Cause I'm from there. You're right. It feels good. It feels good.
Charles, congratulations on your win, champ. Deontay Wilder got a knockout, and it was a deadly knockout, but he got touched also. Do you see any flaws in this game? Did you see anything that you may be able to exploit tonight?
You didn't watch it. You didn't see the fight.
But I heard he got a vicious knockout. Yeah.
Did you see anything in his past fights that you may be able to exploit?
Yeah, definitely. That he can't fight southpaw.
Who can?
All right, in the middle. For everyone in the back in that crowd, there's plenty of seats up here, so don't be shy.
Hi Charles, Sarah Gruber, Round by Round Boxing. I just had a question for you. You said that you want to fight Fury, and you said that it's because he has the most belts. Is there anything else about Fury that intrigues you that you want to fight? Anything about
I'm
him?
not a bad guy. I don't like talking and talking down on people and stuff. It's not my style, man. But you know, everybody has their little things, little kinks in their armor that can be exposed if you know how to capitalize on them.
Tyson's an unbelievable self-promoter. You saw him here jumping on the ring, taking off his shirt, yelling at everybody, telling him he's going to knock him out, saying he's a bum, I'm going to knock you out, you're next. He's a great self-promoter. I can't think of a... Yeah, that's a good point. Leon just said, he was hurt from the first right hook. He looked wobbly to me. We don't have the benefit of instant replay. I don't know how it looked to you guys, but it looked
Down
to
3
us
times.
that he was
One
down and he was
slip.
hurt
They
the
called
first
it a
time.
knock- They should have called it a knockdown, they're all 3 times he was down.
But Tyson was already here promoting a potential fight, which is great. That obviously we would welcome if he can get past a very big task he's got coming up. But that's the best thing about a guy like that. I mean, what an unbelievable promoter, and what an unbelievable way to really launch, you know, Charles's career.
But from a boxing standpoint, is there anything that you see in maybe in his game or in his style, anything that you would match up well with?
Yeah,
He's big and he'll look great getting knocked out.
let him sit, let him play the bad cop.
Final questions? In the back, Stuart?
Raise your hand.
Hey, Coach. This is son. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Coach? How are you?
All right.
Congratulations, man.
Okay.
Congratulations to yourself too. You know, but you know, Tyson's learned to defend himself. But to be honest with you, I don't think you could beat Tyson Fury. I have fought him twice and I've lost twice. The guys are still big. He's got a longer reach.
Eric, is that you? The lights are on here.
Yeah.
Derek Chisora.
Derek Chisora. You know, great job for yourself, man. You won. You don't matter how you won, but you're the heavyweight champion of the world. Even if the guy broke his feet walking in there, you still win the title. So I take my hat off to you. You know, everybody should respect you for winning that title. You know, but
Mom. Hi, Mom.
congratulations to yourself too, Mom.
You got any questions for him?
So when's your next defense for the fight anyway? When are you going to defend the title?
Huh?
When are you going to fight to defend your title?
Whatever my team wants, whoever my team wants is what I'll do. You know, I don't fear no man. You know, so hey.
Cool then. Well, we'll speak to your team, man. If me and you can do it, I don't mind doing it.
Is that a challenge? Are you challenging
Are
him?
you trying to challenge him?
I'll challenge him. I don't mind. 100%. I'm down for fighting. I'll challenge you anytime you want, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime.
Everybody wants
Yeah.
to.
Unbelievable.
All of a sudden, nobody want to fight you.
Tell Callie to give us a call Monday
Got
morning.
the target right
Yeah.
on my back.
I will.
Callie's Harley.
Great.
You in Vegas? Shall we do in Vegas? LA?
All of a sudden, nobody wanted to fight. Now everybody
No,
wants to fight.
listen, we all here, all the heavyweights are here. We like bunch of hyenas, you know. We have to come and get the scraps, that's it. You know, but you know what? Exactly, Mama say knock him out, but you know what? That's it.
Mama said knock you out.
Me? Nah, man, you. Coach knows anyway. Well done, guys. Anyway.
Thank you, Derek. You're a terrific
Thank you,
fighter.
Derek.
All right.
Guys, if I could just say one thing, because this is like NASCAR, you know, it's a real team sport, and a lot of people do a lot of work that, you know, don't get as much of the kudos. It all belongs to the fighter, but I just want to acknowledge a few key members. Obviously, thank you, Leon. You know, I can't believe that 100 days ago, we sat down in New York, the three of us, we signed the deal, and here we are, you know, having won the IBF heavyweight title, so thank you, Leon. You, your staff,
Sometimes you're
everybody.
better off being lucky than
Lou,
good.
you're fantastic. You're a great friend. Thanks for everything, buddy. And your staff is great. You're great. Really love you, Lou. Thank you. Paul Kane is unbelievable. We all had a guardian angel, and that was Michael King. And anyone who knew him, they all knew him. The Oprah Winfrey Show, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, they knew him as a billionaire. What they didn't know was what an unbelievably huge heart the man had. He was a philanthropist. He did everything for charitable causes. And above everything else, he loved boxing. He loved it, amateur boxing, professional boxing. He started out, Charles, in the amateurs. And the whole team was really together in the amateurs. Jamal, Abdullah, Henry Tillman, Paul Kane, who was Michael's right-hand man. You know, they had an unbelievable relationship. But thanks to Michael, you know, we're where we are because he really was the facilitator. It didn't matter what we needed in terms of training, going to Big Bear. Charles has been going to Big Bear from a pro day, basically from his pro debut. You know, Charles had every opportunity as if he was a gold medalist, and he responded to that. There were times when Charles's schedule was he'd go to Miami, he'd spar with Solis, he'd stop in Louisiana, get a knockout, go up to Big Bear, spar with Mike Perez 2 weeks later, come back down, get another knockout. 2 camps and 2 fights in 1 month, and you see that by his record.
Get it fast, man. We want us to get this done.
But
I want to leave the sport how I came in. You know, I don't want to be messed up when I leave. I don't want to linger around. You know what I mean? I want to get in here and beat everybody down, get all the belts, you know, and get out.
And he's done it all, and he's going to continue to do it all. But a huge thank you to Michael King. May he rest in peace. He was, like I said, our guardian angel. But anyway, Paul Kane, thank you, Paul, for everything you do. You know, we love you. You're the best. You're unbelievable at what you do. He was Stallone's right-hand man for 12 years, Michael King's right-hand man for 10 years, and we're not letting you go anywhere, Paul. Now you're Charles' right-hand man. You're not going anywhere. Henry Tillman, you know, trainers, what people don't understand is you do this for years and years and years, and you struggle and you suffer, and some months you don't have any money and nothing to eat, and it's lean and it's tough, and you don't really get the acknowledgement. Henry Tillman, Henry Tillman's the only man to beat him in the room, Mike Tyson twice. That includes you, Derek. He beat Mike Tyson twice in the amateurs, a gold medalist. With Charles from the beginning, unbelievable trainer, and thank you, Henry, just tremendous job, everything. And Jamal Abdullah, you know, it's the same thing. Freddie Roach was the same trainer he was the day after he trained Manny Pacquiao, you know? So the same with Jamal. He's been there for years and years. I had a fighter 20 years ago with Jay Wartsky, who's in the back, Alan and Jay Wartsky, Jameel McCline, and he had, 20 years ago, we did 6 or 8 or 10 fights with Jameel, so he's been working and grinding, and I'm so happy for Jamal because he's the head coach. You see his handiwork. If you saw his first pro fight and what he looks like today to just 3 years ago, and only 7 years as a pro, Jamal, you've done an unbelievable job. You have a good racehorse. You know he's got all the talents, all the ability. But Jamal, thank you. You've just been unbelievable. And everyone else here, Jeff, good. Jeff, where's Jeff? Jeff, thank you, buddy. He was with King Sports. You know, we had an unbelievable team with King Sports. Jake Rivera, who's in the UK now for the David Hay fight. But really, thanks to everybody. Louis DeCuba's his beautiful wife. My man Jimmy, my wife, who, you know, this is such a miserable business, but when it's good like this, it's great, and I think everyone in this room knows that. But
and this guy over here has been in the business a long time, represented a lot of fighters, been around the heavyweight division forever. This is a night he's lived for, and you know, well, kudos to my friend Mike Correa.
Thank you. I had a heavyweight champion 10 years ago, but his guy beat him. So anyway, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. And Charles, the greatest athlete, one of the greatest human beings I've ever encountered. He's a giving person. You're a wonderful person, Charles. You're the hardest worker I've ever seen. I'm so happy for you, Charles.
It's going to be a great credit to the sport.
And it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. This is just the beginning for you. Thank you, Charles. It's a privilege to work with you. And I'm going to